Greetings, God damn it. Let me know if you heard my God damn it by pressing 1. If you didn't and you heard a Borg, press 2. Thanks for calling. So, all right, I see the ones coming up. We got Crazy Beautiful Lens, K Sloan. Both of them are some dope divested ladies. We have Wild Heart, Coffee's in the building, Monohina in the building, Sean Q in that same goddamn building. All right. Ayana Rainbow Bridge is in the building. Kelly Hans, I don't think I've ever seen you, but welcome, welcome. Poison Kiss 201 is here. Bridge Burner, here and present. I'm loving it. Adira Jones is here. Satin Dolls is here with the 3 hearts. Woman after my own heart. Scorpio Forever. Juicy J. Up in the club. Who else we got? We got KB. Femme Fatale. We have her in the building. I love all you ladies to pieces. Sun Girl in YouTube jail. That's a wonderful name. If you in YouTube jail, you're doing something right, okay? Greetings. Jane J. So boom. Okay, now, you know if I didn't say nothing to you, your shit is going to be up on the screen. Yesterday was Mother's Day. And whilst me and the hubby was out and about, we got a little tipsy and we wanted to see what was going on in Blackistan. Why? I don't know. I think it was the liquor talking. So after we got off our watch party last night, we watched The Bodyguard. It was pretty dope. We live in Georgia, so you know we headed straight to the A, to Hotlanta, to Atlanta, to the ghetto. There were a lot of children out there. There were a lot of women out there, Black women. Those children were celebrating Mother's Day with their mothers. We counted 6 fathers. 6. We didn't do any paternity tests or anything. I don't know whose kid was who. I don't know if those 6 niggas was everybody damn daddy. But Mother's Day was atrocious in the hood yesterday. Atrocious. And since you know better, I can do nothing but laugh. Nothing but laugh. I will see you this time next year for the same Mother's Day shenanigans, because you don't learn. You'll never learn. And by the time we get to next year, next May, there will be probably a 9-month-old with you next time. And that nigga done took off on you. You're going to do that one by yourself too. I don't know why your expectations aren't changing, but hey. Today I want to talk to y'all about how easy it is to get more respect than a Dusty. I'm going to name 6 groups that nobody thinks about on a daily basis, but they get more respect than your average Dusty. So let's go. Let me put this link back in the chat and share my screen. Time to roast. All right, the screen is up. Our first group is dogs. Dogs were able to garner more respect than a Dusty. They have their American Kennel Club, which essentially is a fan club for dogs. People that love dogs. Mammies, I hope you're listening because I'm going somewhere with this. The LGBTQ community. They've managed to change laws. They're garnering respect. They're building. They're doing their thing. Dusties have not been able to garner respect from anyone. The LGBTQ men have left them in the dust. No pun intended. Okay? Let's go. Clowns. Clowns get more respect and have garnered more respect than your average Dusty. What you're looking at right here is a clown union. Did you hear what I said? A clown union. This means that they're getting health insurance, training, so on and so forth. I had to let that sink in for a second. Clowns have done more for themselves than Dusties have. Let's keep going. Amputees have built more than able-bodied Black men. Did you hear me? Is this thing on? Is this thing on? People that don't have their whole body have built more than Black men. What you're looking at right there is the Amputee Coalition. They do counseling services, homing, food, shelter, and safety. Yes, I looked at all of it. A man with no legs has done more for his community than a Dusty. Let's go. Back in the day, they used to call them MIDGET. I will not be saying that because I am a triggering person. But these are little people. Little people, dwarves, have done more for their countrymen than Dusties. These people average 3 to 4 feet in height. They've managed to make a coalition where they can get services such as counseling, homing, food, shelter, and just overall camaraderie. You see how many little people are in that picture right there? If you get that many Dusties together, a shooting is going to go down. A pregnancy is going to go down. And when all the shit hits the fan, there will be victims lined up wall to wall. Victims and bodies. All right? Little people of America have done more for their community than Dusties. And I don't want to hear shit about no goddamn NAACP. That was not started by Dusties. Point blank, period. Let's go. Motherfucking mimes. When's the last time anybody has seen a mime? Can somebody tell me when's the last time you seen a mime? Mimes have done more for their community than your average Dusty. Before I saw this picture today, I can't remember the last time I seen a mime, but they have their own community. They have their own insurance. They have their own training. They have their own counseling. A mime, a motherfucker that doesn't even speak. I think I'm going to leave that mime up there. Just so you know, or you can get the feel of what's going on here. I say all that to say this. You motherfuckers suck. I've said this to you before, and I'll say it again. There are roaches, do you hear me, in the ecosystem that have done more for their little nasty ass nests than you have. I don't think I can think of anything that's more useless than a goddamn Dusty. You women that keep procreating with them, I'm beginning to think that a Dusty is probably a more useful being than you. Why? Because he's able to outsmart your dumb ass and get you to carry his legacy. I've never seen some foolishness like this in my life. This is some bullshit. Juicy J said, what about swimming? Hell no. Yes, there's a swimmers coalition as well. I didn't think y'all could take anything past 6. So I just picked 6 things. That was mimes, little people, amputees. That one got me, y'all. The amputees. Somebody that can't really even, never mind. Clowns, LGBTQ, and dogs. My favorite out of that whole group, by the way. Mammies, I feel like you may be taking the spot at the very bottom of the list now, because come to think of it, these people are up under those 6, and then you lay up under them and let them fuck you like some clowns. Huh? I got something else to show you people. Give me 1 second. Let me take this off the screen. It doesn't take much to be more useful than a Dusty. There are other things that are more useful than Dusties. Fly swatters, number 1. Fans, number 2. Your radio, number 3. Give me 1 second, y'all. Just trying to pull this page up. When I was doing my so-called research, I want to say I couldn't believe it, but I could believe it. All these little communities when you can't even get anything from anybody but the white man, quote unquote. Your food and sustenance that you had today was either grown or sold to you by a white dude. And I don't take anything back that I've said. Excuse me and thank you. Give me 1 second, y'all. I got to give y'all the music intermission so I can get my video up. Because StreamYard's acting a damn fool again. Anyway, let's just go ahead and take a look at the more useful person than the goddamn Dusty. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. Okay, so in this short video, you're going to see how easy it is to be more useful than a goddamn Dusty. All the dog needed was a little bit of help, and then he was on his way. Not asking for long time help, just a little bit of help. You motherfuckers need help all your goddamn life, and it's a damn shame. Can y'all see my screen now? Dog already more goddamn useful than you dusty ass niggas. So when they tell you you're gonna get old and you're gonna be with a dog or a cat, tell them don't threaten you with a good time, because these motherfuckers are a lot more useful than a motherfucking Dusty. Got more manners and everything with your raggedy ass. It took what, 120 seconds to become more useful than a Dusty? I got another thing that I want to show y'all, and this was shared with me earlier today, more on a serious note. Y'all need to stay away from these black men, because I'm getting ready to play a tape of how they see you. This was shared to me with one of by one of my patrons. This is more so for the younger girls here, because they coming after your money, they coming after your youth. Okay, this is fair use audio, and y'all be prepared to get your jaw up off the fucking ground. Let's go. Did y'all hear that shit? If you have a horrible relationship with your mom, you're a good candidate to get fucked around. If y'all gonna still fuck with niggas, please stop telling them your business. If he's asking you about your home life and y'all only on the first drink, you need to get rid of that nigga. First of all, why are you out there drinking with a nigga? Back to the video. Y'all didn't hear the beginning? Let me take it back. Like the girl said earlier, StreamYards is ran by a goddamn Dusty. Y'all didn't hear that at all? Jesus Christ. Let me take it back. All right, y'all might be familiar with this guy. I'm gonna try it again. I'm not gonna say his name, but you'll recognize his voice. Anyway, fair use, by the way, you son of a bitch. Anyway, let's try this again.
That motherfucking video. She said, hey, she wanna take her mama out. Oh, nigga, they gonna go blow for blow after that motherfucking video. They gonna go blow for blow after that. On Mother's Day. She let the world know. She let everybody know. She hate her mama, call her mama a bitch, her cousins are bitches, family members are bitches, and don't fuck with her. That's the type of bitch that's got the blicky. She ready to use that motherfucker. So what she did was, she ready to use that motherfucker. She tore off on everybody. You black women, y'all hate each other. Y'all talk about each other behind each other's backs. You talk about your mama. You talk about your family. And we niggas, real men, we sitting up listening to you motherfuckers. So if you're talking about everybody else, we know goddamn well you talk about us and we ain't around. Yep. That's real talk. Mm-hmm. So keep on talking and run your motherfucking mouth. Niggas like me, I love a bitch like that don't love her mama. I like them the kind I seek out. You got a bad relationship with your mama, you a good candidate for me to fuck you around.
Straight from the horse's mouth. Did y'all hear that shit? If you have a bad relationship with your mother, He's looking for you to fuck you around. Okay? And someone in the comments asked, who was this? Let's just say it rhymes with Sinister Bap. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Let's go back.
I'm gonna break you down and destroy you even more. That's my type of bitch. The bitch that was on that video with Ayala crying, that's my type of bitch. A hurt bitch. A hurt bitch. A scorned bitch. Bitch don't know her daddy. That's my type of bitch. Them the ones I get, I snatch them up and I take over every motherfucking thing. Because see, she don't know nothing. She needs direction in her life. She fucked up. Emotionally, mentally, she fucked up in the head. She needs a nigga like me. Not only am I her source of dick, but I'm like a father figure. See what I'm saying?
Not only is he your source of dick, but he's like your father figure. See, let me tell you something. These dusty motherfuckers, they are incestuous. They don't see no problem with that. So when we say that they're birthing their preference when they get with non-black women, that's what we meant. That's what we meant. He said that shit smooth. He didn't stutter over it or nothing. I'm your daddy and the person that fuck you. Let's keep going.
That's where I come in at. My favorite type of bitch. A bitch with a bad relationship with her family.
Talk to him.
That's right, nigga. I seek them out. Because they ain't shit. And you can't seek out a smart bitch. Smart bitch gonna give you all types of problems. A bitch with an education gonna give you all types of problems.
A bitch with education is going to give you all types of problems. So now you know why you go on your Facebook, your Instagram, and all these places, they always shitting on your degrees. Because you can't be fucked over by them. And the ones that do have degrees and are still fucked over by them, God bless you. I don't know what planet you came from, but I don't know what to tell you. But he said it out of his mouth. Now, that platform that this came from was taken and uploaded to another channel, and I'm bringing it over here because I don't visit his page. But it gets worse, y'all, and especially for the older women in the room, it's getting ready to get real motherfucking nasty. Let's go.
I want a bitch that's already scorned, she's destroyed, she's ruined, and I'm gonna fuck her ass up even more. She ain't gonna be no good for no goddamn body when I'm done with her. She'll be a single bitch forever the rest of her life. Many of these bitches are they're undeserving of a goddamn man. They don't need no goddamn man. Many of them just need to just in a side bitch place because that's the best place for most of them.
Oh my God.
You know, they need to get used to the idea of sharing, man. They're sharing any motherfucking way, so what's the deal? You a side bitch. Stay a side bitch. That's the best role for you. You're not marriage material. You're not main bitch material. You side bitch material.
Damn.
That's why I always have multiple side bitches. I'm going to tell you why I keep a number of side bitches. I normally keep about 3 of them, and I'm going to tell you why. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Because we know they like to fuck, right?
Yeah.
But after a while, you fuck them for a few months, then they don't want to fuck on a regular basis. They want to spoon feed you the motherfucking pussy. So that's cool. That's why I keep a few of them. So if I'm being spoon fed by all of them, I'm still getting my share of sex that I deserve, that I need, that I want. That's why I keep a few of them around. Niggas get all in their feelings and shit when I tell them that their mama's a side bitch, your baby mama a side bitch, your girlfriend a side bitch. Hey man, I'm telling you, these bitches are side bitches. I got 2 ugly stories to tell you, then I'm off this motherfucker.
Let's go.
I met a badass bitch not too. This was some time ago, man. This is bad, nigga. I drop dead gorgeous. This is one of the baddest bitches walking around this motherfucker. We ain't got too many bad bitches here, okay? We got some ugly bitches here, all right? You said that shit too.
Midwest sucks.
This bitch was married bitch was married for about 20 years. And I'm going to tell you just how diabolical bitches are. She was married for about 20 years, cheated on her husband for half that time with his motherfucking best friend.
Oh my God.
So when I tell you niggas these beautiful side bitches, and these bitches are cheaters, I'm telling you the truth. Then I carried on with the bitch for about a year. These bitches are cheaters.
Notice how he dragged the shit out of her, but he also had sex with her. That's for the young ones. Just because they have sex with you does not mean anything. You hear the dogs, he's playing those dogs in the background. They're literally admitting that they're animals and they basically are using you. If you still fuck with Dusties after spending any amount of time with us over here, somebody need to put you out your misery. Anyway, let's go.
And now I'm going to give you some more game. Story number 2. Niggas, listen up. This is about the wives again. Wives, baby mamas, girlfriends. I know a nigga right now been knowing this nigga for about 20 years. I ain't going to get too detailed with this story, but he was married for about 20 years. They got divorced about a year or so ago. It came out in court that his wife had 3 niggas on the side. One of them was, that's right, one was a co-worker. One was an ex-nigga. And one was just a random nigga, man.
Yep.
So when I tell you these bitches out here getting it in, they out here getting it in, man.
Man, I done seen
Don't
so many
feel
married
sorry for
bitches.
no bitch. These bitches be lying.
I done seen so many
Say it
married
again,
bitches
Jack.
cheating, bro. I done worked with married bitches that cheat, man. Like, I just watch it, man. Like, God, these hoes is wild. And the husbands be so goofy.
They wild. They wild in the motherfucker, man, because I'm going to tell you what it is, Jack. They want to remain youthful.
Ladies, he said they want to remain youthful. First of all, everybody wants to remain youthful, but there are some of us that gracefully age. He wants you to stay youthful because they are straight up pedos. And you'll hear this when he continues to talk. Black males, they prey on younger women because younger women seem to think most of the time, if they're not divested, that they're somehow special to these ashy ass niggas. Why it's important for you to be special to somebody that is broke and at the bottom of the totem pole socially, I don't know, but that's what they think. So anyway, let's keep going.
They don't want to get old. They want to retain their youth. And so the best way for them to try to retain that is to outfuck the next bitch.
Whoa.
Your pussy's going to get old. And then you can do about an aging pussy. And when the bitch turns around, shit, I normally see the shit around 35 and 40. The pussy start drying the fuck up.
That's facts.
Say it again, Jack.
Yeah, that's facts. These hoes are stretched, and you gotta get heavy lube with these old hoes, man. Like, keep it a buck.
That's real talk, my nigga.
So they want to talk about old pussy. Well, let's talk about old dick. The gummy worm texture dick of yesterday. Ladies, it's happening younger and younger. I don't know what this generation is eating or whatever. But motherfuckers is asking for Viagra at 24. Nigga, don't nobody want to come to your house and play with your gummy worm all motherfucking night. You ain't laid down no pipe, no real pipe, since your daddy dicked down your mama and made your bastard ass. Let's just keep that real for a second. Okay? Nobody wants to look on their bed and after you leave, see all these gray pubes that you done shedded on some 22-year-old girl's mattress. Nobody wants to see that. Your balls hanging down to your knees. You have to flip that shit up. You need a bra for your goddamn balls. Now, we're not going to play this game like 43-year-old pussy is dried up. But 43-year-old dick is somehow still a stud. Bitch, it's not a vein in sight. That shit looks like a cane. Go up and go back down. Ain't no erection there. Don't let them stick you with that shit. Anyway, let's go.
But I'm going to tell you something. Around 35 and 40, the pussy started drying up. And I'm going to tell you what that is. That's a sign of a pussy that's going out of business, my nigga. A dry ass pussy is a sign of a pussy going out of business. There ain't no more motherfucking good. And so bitches still want to try to hold on to their youth just because you look good, bitch. You makeup on like the young bitches.
Yeah.
You got an old pussy.
Yeah.
You got an old dry pussy. Go ahead, Jap. Say your shit.
Hey man, I've seen it so many times. Like these old bitches, that's why they sucking so much dick now, because they know that their pussy ain't hitting no shit.
Hey, mammies, he's talking about you. Do you think he's talking about us? Because we ain't sucking no nigga dick over here. Nigga dick disgusts us. Especially that shit that be up in the corner by between the balls and the thigh. That shit they never can get to. That shit I always used to see when I was putting in catheters and they STD ridden dick. Yeah, that nasty shit. They talking about y'all. Because we not checking for it. Well, we doing the vanilla thing and the off brown thing. Anyway, let's go.
They've been working on their dick sucking skills. They really, because that's the only way they know they're gonna get a nigga off. They can't get a nigga off with that old pussy no more.
Man, don't a nigga want to stick his dick in the old pussy? You try to stick a dick in an old dry ass pussy.
Ladies, if you don't know, you can't stick a dick that's not erect in anybody's pussy. I don't care if she's 18 or 180. Those niggas are so bottom of the barrel. They don't go to the doctor. They don't eat right. So their erections are very, very flimsy.
Ew.
Believe the hype if you want to. You want to know why they always are the only group of men whose pants don't fit right? Because they always itching. They pants are either too tight or too big, so they got to have access to that shit. They always drooping the goddamn pants down so they can get to that crevice I just taught y'all about that's between the balls and the thigh. Let these old niggas get you if you want to. I'll be right back, y'all. We almost done.
Pussy with a rubber on it. What's going to happen? It's going to break because that pussy is too goddamn dry. You have to use lube with them. Even niggas my age don't want bitches over 40. Your pussy too goddamn dry. It's a dead pussy. Give it up. You can look as cute as you want to. You can look as cute as you want to in your clothes. You can put your makeup on. You can have your eyebrows on fleek, your fingernails looking like bird claws. But bitch, you got a dead pussy. You got a dead pussy. It don't work no more, bitch. It's broke. It's out of business. Hang it up.
Pussy out of order, out of
Pussy
commission.
is closed.
Enough of that foolishness. I'm ready to drag. Y'all, if you're still fucking around with them, I need you to go ahead and do a one-on-one with me so I can express some shit to you that I can't up here. There's some old shit that you don't know. The reason that they're focused on sex so much is because that's the only place in their life that they have control, and they don't even have complete control. Do you get what I'm saying? The only reason that they're able to fuck non-black women is because the white man lets them. So ultimately, they don't have any control anywhere. Okay? Anyway, I'm fixing to start going on. Welcome to the panel, Dr. Nefertiti and Thunder Chicken. How are y'all?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm awesome, Sauce. Was up here trying to let motherfuckers know, and anybody else that's listening.
You know what?
Go ahead, babe.
Listen, you know what? It's on black women, and I'm gonna tell you this. I've had a doctorate for nearly 17 years. I went to a PWI in Gainesville, and so my mother was not going to allow me to go to FAM, even though I got a full scholarship. She knew my mama been divested since the 90s, right? And so I had to learn. And one of the things that we have to understand as Black women, and listening to this fella speak, it's all pimp culture, right? So it's the same energy that allowed Black men traffic and sell into slavery Black women and children eons ago. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same story that loops, because there are ancestral wounds and trauma that go from generation to generation. We call them generational curses, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
same energy that was allowing us to be sold in slavery that Black men did is the same energy that these guys function and work in now. And what they hope is that Black women never really understand their value. So for me, because I work with children and I work in healthcare, and everything that you're saying about their erectile dysfunction, their STD rates is very true. I worked in HIV and AIDS for 2 to 3 years.
Yes,
Every
that
Black
dick ain't hitting on
woman,
nothing.
every Black woman that I have had to diagnose with HIV and AIDS has gotten it from a Black man. That is a fact. A Black man that has likely been sleeping with other Black men, either in prison or in the community. And that has been just the reality of it, right? And so what happens is Black women are so afraid. And at one point in time, myself, I was included in that. Even recently, like, to fully leave that community and really go out and date in the primarily white community or whatever other community. And I'm talking about successful people, attorneys, software engineers. And what I found is that we don't believe we deserve a life of ease. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A
Mm-hmm.
life of ease is, I just want to go hang out on the beach. This man has a house on the beach. We're going to eat. We're going to chill. And there's no pressure. There's no pressure about spending money. There's no pressure about aging. There's no pressure about your body. You are just existing. And you are existing in a place where you can focus on you. And it's a very uncomfortable feeling to not listen to niggas talk shit about you, because we're so used to it. And Black women want to forgive and to press past and to
Man,
convince
fuck
motherfuckers.
each and every one
Exactly.
of them. Fuck every
So
last one of them.
we have to, like, these niggas that's talking, like, none of them probably have health insurance. None of them probably have life insurance. They probably don't own property.
The
They
nigga on the
probably
phone sound like he was fat as fuck.
right.
Honestly,
So we have the energy that, because see, I get angry. See, I'm a motherfucker that want to do something to you. So when I listen to these people talk, I have to do it in doses, because I know Black women have the power to do anything we want. All you have to do, cut that shit off and go get you a white man, go get you another colored man. And it's easy. It's not. It's something I did with 2 clicks. It's not.
period.
And that is on us. Like, nigga, like, I already know they trash. I know it. So it's like, what you gonna do? Like, I mean, what you finna do? You finna
A
sit up
lot
here and
of
get
them
shit
don't
on?
don't want to go. They just want to keep one foot in, one foot out, and hopefully
Well,
the nigga would say, "Oh, don't leave, sis. He not gonna tell you to leave. He been hating you since day one.
right.
Period."
The thing is, you can. This is the thing people don't understand. There's more than one thing can be true about niggas. Like, I'll give you an example. You could have a dad who you felt was good and still know niggas is trash and you got to leave. Or you could know that this person is 80% a piece of shit and 20% decent. Like, the point is not to focus on the ifs. The point is to focus on your own ease, your own, like, I'm going to have an easy and abundant existence, right? And you simply cannot do that with niggas. Even a good nigga is going to be jealous of you. You cannot have a life of ease with a Black man. You cannot. It is just, it's a simple fact. And that doesn't
Nobody
mean
wants to believe that shit.
that he's not beating you. I am simply telling you that by the nature of our history and how shit's happened, they are jealous. They are jealous of the fucking womb. They are jealous that you have the ability to create life. They literally come out of you. You are more powerful than them. So you cannot procreate or live peacefully
Dr.
with
Neff,
a
I think you
conquered
cutting it.
that
Oh,
has
there
not
she
done by
is.
right. You can't live with a conquered man that hasn't done right by you. It's simply impossible. It's simply impossible. The genetic code, the trauma imprinted upon his DNA makes it impossible. And it's not that, it's a fucking fact. Like, and the thing is, I divested in my personal life. Like, I only date outside of my race. But because I'm a coach, and I coach Black kids, I coach white kids, I coach everybody, boys and girls. I have to deal with Black men because of sports. And I deal with white men too, but I'm gonna tell you my experiences. My experience is niggas do nigga shit, and I have to navigate that a
That's a
certain
fact.
way. I have to cuss motherfuckers out. I have to get other niggas to come up there and act up and act stupid. Like, my family, when people get out of pocket with me, my cousins and them will come up there and act stupid on my behalf because I can't interlock with men. But the niggas that's in my family don't have a problem doing that. They still niggas, but they niggas on my behalf. So
I was getting ready to jump on that part, Neff.
Right.
Let me let Congo jump in here real quick.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
You good to go? This is who actually sent me the video.
Good afternoon, ladies. Yeah,
Good afternoon.
When I listen to that, it brings tears to my eyes because I think about how these men are just openly predators. They're open predators. No one says anything about their behavior. You don't see any men making any videos bad mouthing this behavior. They're openly talking about young girls taking advantage of them, traumatized women, how they want to take advantage of them. It was disgusting. Imagine raising children with these men. And the saddest part about it is who raised these men? What kind of mother brought birth to these beasts? I often think about the kind of parents that these men have. Openly talk such disgusting stuff about the women that are actually on their side, because most Black women, divestment, but most Black women cape for. They are on these men. The same women they talk in such are the same women that's marching for them. They are so disgusting and so disturbing. And DZ, that's why I love your channel, because you continue to bring light to this. More women are going to come. They're coming. They're coming faster and faster and faster. Every day I see more women watching these videos. They're learning, and they got to learn just how nasty. I'm glad these men are doing this. I'm glad they open this disgusting comment out of it, because you can't hide from the truth. You can hide as long as you try to hide for it for a while, but these men are telling you who they are, how they think, and they got no embarrassment about it. So that's why I'm glad you brought this to the to light. I hated hearing it. I had to sit through it, but I wanted to sit through it and just see how nasty these men were going to get. And as long as they were clapping each other on, they were just going and letting it all out, just spewing all the tea on how
hens. They act like little church hens. He even had the church music in the background, child.
Yeah.
Welcome to the panel, Patricia. Uh-oh.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Awesome. How are you? Just dragging as usual.
Right.
Can y'all hear her?
No.
Patricia, you going in and out, baby girl. Drop down and come back. Say something. Yeah, she got something going on. Thunder Chicken, go ahead and jump in, babe.
Oh, hi. I actually just got home and I just dropped in when I saw that you were going live. And then I dropped in when people were talking about dirty dicks and vaginas, and I'm just like, what the heck did I just walk into?
Well, what you walked into was, first, we were listing things that are more respectful or get more respect than the Dusties. It was shit like dogs, clowns, mimes, amputees, so on and so forth. It doesn't take much to get more respect than them. Then we went into the fact that these dudes, Dusties, quote unquote, are not checking for the mammies like that they think they are. So we was playing a little bit of receipts, and they were dragging the old and the young. These bitches this, these bitches that. Old bitches got dry pussy. Old, just going in. So that came from Sinister Bap channel. And people that's been around YouTube for a long time, y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Ew.
Yeah.
I mean, if they get like dry vagina, I mean, it's because you're not doing anything to lubricate. Like you're not like doing anything. You're just thinking about yourself. And now that I think about it, like, I hope this isn't like TMI or anything, but my mom was even telling me like my biological father gave her an STD and tried to say that she was the one that did it. And that was the reason why she was like, I couldn't do like a natural birth like I wanted to. I had to keep doing C-sections because I didn't want you guys getting eczema from, me getting an STD. So I had no idea.
God,
Like,
wow.
that's part of the reason why there's like so many Black people with like eczema, because their moms had an STD and they had a natural birth. And
You gotta be kidding me. Wow.
I'm not kidding.
Welcome to the panel, Shortcake Brown.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
I caught the guys talking on whatever platform they were on,
Yeah.
and sometimes I just feel sorry. Like sometimes when you see a sick animal, and you sometimes feel sorry, and then I see stuff
Put
like
him out
this,
his misery. Fuck
and
that.
then I see
Euthanize
shit like
him.
this.
Euthanize him. Fuck him.
And then I see shit like this, what they're talking about with like women's dry pussies and shit. That means you're not turning us on, motherfucker.
They can't. Smelling like Hennessy and paycheck to paycheck living ain't gonna do shit for nobody except for the most astute mammy. Okay.
Exactly. I mean, the best they could do is probably donate plasma and take you out to McDonald's. Why would we get wet for that?
I couldn't imagine.
I just want Black women to stop
If you're lucky,
engaging.
they might even take you to Burger King for the Impossible Whopper. That's
Fuck
fancy, right?
Yeah, because they're worried about health, right?
Welcome to the panel, Young Rising. Y'all crazy. Welcome to the panel, Young Rising.
Yeah,
Say your
y'all are
thing.
crazy. But I wanted to I can't lie. When I heard 2 minutes of what he said, and I had to turn the volume down because it was that depraved.
It is. Their voices make you want to just vomit.
It does. And the content of what he was saying was even more disturbing, that they're preying on younger women to basically suck their life force energy away. And it's disturbing. And I'm quite surprised that a lot of Black women haven't caught on to this. And I believe that Black men have set themselves up for global extermination. And
good. Get their ass out of here. I don't give a damn at this point.
No,
if you're not doing nothing, then you got to go. Period.
No, I'm dead ass. Because as every day, as the world continues to change, I really believe there's going to be another world war. And I believe that whoever wins will kill off all the Black men in Africa and in America.
Interesting take.
Yeah. When you get into the how do I want to say this? When you get into the grand scheme of things, how the West is doing versus how the East is doing, and how they're all moving towards Africa as a new battleground for resources and power. Yeah, that's where I come to my conclusion.
Yeah, I can see that. Cindy, welcome. What you got to say, honey bunny?
Hey y'all, can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, I joined pretty late, but what I did hear was grown men laughing like children. And their message was pretty disgusting and foul. A few months ago, I would have thought that they would be the exception, but honestly, now that I listen to your channel more often and other divestment channels, I see that this is a common occurrence, and it's not the exception, it's actually the rule. Most Black men think like this, they act like this, it's disgusting. And I just hope that more Black girls and Black women listen to divestment channels, your channel, and understand the situation that we're in, because it's sickening that they're out here preying on younger Black women, girls who have, their lives ahead of them, their future, so much potential, and they want to suck that away.
That's the point. They're succubus. They want to take your youth, trash it, and then when you turn 40, tell you your pussy dry. Y'all getting a bad deal out here with these niggas. So he's sucking up all the moisture, and then he's gonna tell you it's dry. Why y'all stay, I don't know. And I have been begging, pleading for a mammy to try to convince us of different, and they won't come up because they know damn well this is some bullshit.
It's low self-esteem, and it's pathetic at this point. It's disgraceful, and I need us to have more honor as women. Because as you were playing that list of protected classes or classes that were gaining more respect, most of that shit is bullshit. Like the clowns, really, who do clowns need protection for?
Listen, the clowns got together and say, hey, we are a profession too. We want insurance too. We want 401k too. And they got their shit together and got it. A fucking group of clowns. It sounds like I'm joking, but I am not joking. A group of clowns said that they gonna get some shit changed for their little community.
Yeah, they're
And that's
unionized.
what we need to do immediately, because I cold-heartedly believe there will be another war, and regardless, we aren't safe in this. We need to seek protection now. There's no reason as into why we don't have it and we can't achieve it through legal action. It's embarrassing at this point. As much as we accomplish, we could easily get this done. So for all the mammies that are listening, stop with the dumb shit and get to Congress and start lobbying for us, because we're all gonna die.
Divested. Let me
Mhm.
hop in. I want everybody to understand personal responsibility. Okay, so number one, and this is the thing, everybody is responsible for themselves. You are responsible for you first. Before a motherfucker do anything to me, before I need Congress, I'll put a bullet in a motherfucker's head. All I need is a trigger finger. And so I am not actively seeking the protection of anybody outside of myself. It starts with my spiritual base. It starts with me. I literally do not have any faith in any system. I don't, once Black women really understand, we don't have any allies or friends, not even our mothers, not even other Black women, not even, you literally have to operate from the stance of a lone ranger, a fucking sniper. You don't see snipers and lone wolves running in cliques, because you wait on a motherfucker to save you, bitch, you dead. And I've had 9mm in my face trying to protect women from niggas.
Oh Lord.
There's my sister's boyfriend. Her before, not her husband now, but her boyfriend fucked her up. You know, one time I went to his job, then she got back with him, pulled a gun on her, came to her house. I happened to be there to save her. The nigga shot a gun at me.
I think
And
she was
so,
more talking about getting laws changed.
right, but what
You
I'm
know what I
saying is
mean?
that shit is a process. So that's a
Oh yeah,
process.
of course.
So you have to really find motherfuckers that exist within your community, because I ain't running nowhere. I ain't leaving to go nowhere. Bitch, I'm staying where I'm at. And I'm going to exist in the world. I'm going to have the life that I want. And I'm not leaving the world because niggas ain't shit. Niggas going to fuck around and die with me. That's really where that's where I am.
I
So
feel you on that one. I'm just saying that, like, a
but
lot
what
of
do
us
you do
are.
in the in-between time? How do you mobilize?
Dr. Neff, let her answer. Let her
Okay.
answer you. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that I understand we have our own personal responsibility. What I'm saying is we still need that legal protection as a class, because we go through other things as far as domestic violence and other sorts. So
Right.
I feel you about personal responsibility. But we need laws to make sure that once we use our personal responsibility to protect ourselves, we don't get thrown in jail.
That's facts. I live in Florida, so I can stand my ground. But I feel like we need to have some type of
She ready
lobbying.
to blow somebody's head off.
But I'm just telling you what I know. I listen. I've opened my home to women who've been getting their head bashed in. Like, I'm telling you, in the real world, what I've seen and what I know and what I've had to face. And so even in law enforcement, because Black women fucking go back, we are our own worst enemy. They're not
Yeah,
going to
going back ain't it. Going back ain't
But
it,
I'm telling
y'all.
you, that's what happens though. Like, that's why motherfuckers ain't gonna legislate and do shit for us, because stuff happens to us. Motherfuckers don't show up to court to testify. Motherfuckers don't push that shit to the end. You get what I'm saying?
Or go
You
to the
gotta go.
DA and drop the charges type shit.
Yes, that shit. Listen, motherfuckers' daughters. I've had somebody's daughter get molested, and I jumped on the pedophile. The mama dropped the charges. She didn't pursue it.
Oh wow.
You get what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is, like, bitches want to die. Let them bitches die. And in order to do legislation and to lobby, you got to have a radical core group that doesn't give up. You get what I'm saying? You got to look at the right. You just got to. And you got to have people that are willing to show their faces and say, hey, Black men are murdering Black women at alarming rates. What the fuck is Congress going to do? Goldman Sachs just already said, hey, Black women are the shit. Y'all doing the best. We're going to promote and help y'all. Okay, well, Congress, can you help us stay alive so that we can get this money they trying to give us? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a systemic process now.
And
And
I think she's saying that the mammies are holding us back, basically.
They are. That's the truth.
And I don't expect, listen, I agree with everything that you're saying. I'm just saying we will need that legal protection.
No, I agree with you. I totally and wholeheartedly want that to happen. I think that your light years beyond what you're saying is light years. It's accurate, but it's light years beyond where we need to be. Like, for example, it's like how I want Congress to protect me when the basic shit in house we not even doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not gonna defend you, bitch, you want them to go to work and make laws when Shaquan and Boom Quisha back together creating more kids.
I
like
get
that's,
exactly what you're saying.
you
So
got
you want
that.
me to protect you, beat this nigga
Yes.
ass, and then next week you laid up with him. Oh, and you pregnant too.
Like that's a waste
I
of
get what y'all saying.
time.
Yeah,
I get what both
pretty
of
much
y'all are saying.
black men are holding women back politically as well as economically, basically. So the
Well, black
sooner that
women
we
are
can get our
kicking
own
ass.
power.
We do better than them in
Yeah.
everything. They not
Yeah,
holding
I
us
know,
back
but
for shit.
they would probably invest a lot more if we were kind of like diametrically opposed to everything like in the negative black male culture. Then they would feel more comfortable. It's like, hey, we know this money is not going to these makers. Like, yeah, we're gonna pump more. Because now there's a little bit of skepticism, and we out marching in the streets for these guys that are most of the time in a dead wrong. So that's like kind of holding us back.
That's the point. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay. So think about it, bitch. You gonna go stand up for a nigga that's a piece of trash that got killed. So you think I'm finna now go use these same Congress dollars to go help your ass against that same nigga you standing up for? Fuck out of here. You get what I'm saying, y'all? Y'all gotta understand.
I do. I know exactly what you're saying.
I get it. Can I jump in real quick?
Yeah, you can jump in. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're completely right. And what I'm thinking is that everybody here that's listening, can get the job done as far as lobbying goes. I trust us more than I trust anybody else. And I feel as if when it comes down to it, we have more power than the mammies, because from what I'm hearing, everybody here is pretty well educated and high earning people. So I feel like we have the ability to drown them out through legal action and through monetary action as well. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of black women, by the time they get to where they're dealing with white men and they're dating and they're married, you're fucking tired. Like,
Dr. Neff, you're a little low. You're a little bit low for some reason.
Okay, so by the time black women who've decided so divesting in the beginning is a stressful process, right? Because that a lot of it involves several things. I happen to be well off in terms of owning my own home, my own properties. My child is in private school. I live in a retired type military police officer community with retired black married people and mostly white people. And so I live in a safe, easy community. So I don't have to engage with my nigga family if I don't want to. But
I love the way you put that, by the way.
In divesting, though, for a lot of people to divest, by the time we have gotten to black women, when you have deprogrammed yourself from this unrealistic, dangerous loyalty that you have to niggas that don't like you, you're ready to be easy and have an easy life, okay? You're ready to enjoy yourself with your partner and your mate and rediscover the things that you like and to rediscover your humanity outside of the constant bombardment of stress, okay? And to lobby and to beg motherfuckers to protect you is stressful. I'm 40. I'm not doing it. What I'm going to do is know the law. And if a motherfucker bring me any smoke, bitch, I'm bringing him a bomb. And that's how I live my life. I cannot... It's tiring to fight for black women that don't want to live. I did it for 20 years. It is tiring. I had a stroke at 28 trying to save somebody.
Oh my God.
Okay. I had a massive pulmonary embolism 2 years ago during my divorce from a nigga. So when you're putting your body in a constant state of struggle and fight, it is not healthy. That is why we die sooner, right?
That's why these mammies ain't got no fucking pinky toes, which is stressed out ass. You ain't got no pinky toes, bitch, telling us what to do.
For real? They're losing limbs?
Yes.
Exist. The only thing black women owe the world is their happiness, their abundance, and ultimate and endless orgasms, okay? I don't owe shit. That's it. You live your life, you get your man, you create the life that you want. Anybody that wants to join that movement joins it. I'm not having no more motherfucking strokes. Okay?
I feel you.
So I'll write a bitch a check. If y'all want to go lobby some shit, I'll send you a motherfucking check or a cash app. But I don't have it. I'm trying to discover I'm literally trying to discover what I like in white men and try to.
Oh, don't get me started.
Well, I know. I got somebody that made me feel like I got a heartbeat in my panties, so I'm getting there. But I'm trying to release things that were ingrained in me, right? So that this person doesn't have to deal with that. And those things are no longer serving me or useful to me. So that's where I'm at with it. Like I don't want to be angry, bitch. I ain't got no wrinkles. I look good. I don't want none of that.
I'm gonna let Jane J jump in real quick, but first let me say something about what's on this board. Dark Souls. What does it sound like when the niggas call us bitches, thoughts, bust downs, all that shit? What does that sound like? I'll wait. Okay. Go ahead, Jane J.
Hi, my name is Jane J. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad to be on this live. Thank you so much, Divested, for all that you do. And I love you, girlie, so much. It's given me such a great community.
Yes.
And I was just thinking about what Doctor said. It's so hard to get those who are divested, our voices out there, because I feel like the mammies drown us out. It just feels like you almost have to create your own bubble. And to keep your sanity, you have to just kind of separate yourself from that. Because I have two sisters, and they're kind of still in their mammy phase. So I kind of have to almost like, what is the word? Ration out how much time I spend with them, because if you spend time with people who are still in the mammy phase, it's definitely easy to sink into.
Yeah.
And the question about the answer about like
I
what
haven't
the
figured out how to ration it.
Yeah, what like there's a lot of names that black males talk like say to black women. It's really mean. I've heard the N word, B word, like I don't hear other races of men saying this about their counterparts, and I'm just confused. Like the video that you played earlier, it's terrible. It's terrifying. Like
That's
I've
how they
never
talk
heard.
every single day. That's how they talk just in regular day-to-day speak. You know?
They be homeless speaking like that. It's insanity.
And it's weird because it's almost like they don't respect black women's boundaries, physical, mental, emotional boundaries, because it's like they're too familiar with black women. Like there could be a homeless dude on the street and he'll think he has enough audacity to try to like approach me and get real close. And it's like, I don't know.
That's why you keep a fucking mallet in your purse and split it.
Welcome to the panel, Simone 56.
Hey, ladies. Peace and blessings to everybody on the panel and listening. Hey, girl. So, this is such a great topic. And just to tell you a quick story, very quick. It's the reason that I have personally decided to divesting. And of course, we have talked about mammies and we have talked about them, but I have found it even more of a necessity to divest from the majority of black women. And this is a very important step. People like KSC and others have talked about this, that kind of final frontier that you have to go through and realize that there are black women that are not going to let these men go. No matter how down in the dumps, no matter how disgusting, because they're, that's their sons, they're their sons, and those sons are a reflection of them. And no matter what, they will go down to the pits of hell to defend those sons, to have those sons have a stupid woman, a stupid black woman waiting in the wings so he can ruin her life. This is all a reflection of her. This is mammy to the core. And now we're at this point. I'll give you a great example. A few years ago, many of you may remember, me and Crystalline Carrison tried to start an organization for black women and girls in this situation. We caught nothing but hell from, and you would think we'd catch hell from black men or whatever the case. No, we caught hell from black women. We caught hell from the mammies. We caught hell from so-called divested black women who were questioning us at every step. And of course, you can question us. Look, I was there. I was showing receipts and I was doing all of it. And if something just clicked in my mind and said, this ain't worth it. Not because I don't believe the black women that are worth saving aren't worth it. It's because just like someone else on that panel said, look, I'm in my 40s now. I'm tired. Okay. I'm saving myself. And it is time for me to start focusing on me and start focusing on my own self-preservation. The best thing that all the black women on this panel can do is focus on their own self-preservation and making sure their situations are on point. Because again, yes, exactly. Because what I'm seeing now with all this, and it's creeping up, ladies, and the inflation, all of the things that are creeping up in the area, all this stuff is starting to happen. And it's going to be war. It's going to be a war zone in Blackistan. Okay, once all the resources have been pulled away from these folks,
it's on its way.
Yes, it's on its way. So you better prepare yourself. And I said it in the chat. But one of the best things you can do, ladies, is look. You've got family on the ground. If you got male family members that give half of a damn about you, and I know this may sound unpopular, but you need to use every resource that you have, because and if you don't, no matter the color, whatever resource that you have, you need to have reliable men around you. Start building that around you. And I know in Blackistan that is hard to do. That's why I say start with family. Start with like someone else said on the panel. I got cousins that will they my niggas. That's the end of the discussion. They will whip anybody's ass on my behalf.
My personal 8 brigade. Don't fuck around and play.
Well, my husband will definitely give you an on-site sex change if you want one, nigga. Just walk up and he'll blow that shit clean between your legs on the ground. And as a matter of fact, it'll be a lot more useful on the ground, you stupid bitch.
Well, it's weird. They talk that way, and it's like, are they down low? Not to be mean or homophobic, but it's just weird. It's like, why
they are down low. You're not being mean. It's fact.
No, they need to spare us the 5 stages of grief and just come out already and leave us alone. I am so tired. I need to come on, accept your truth and live, honey, and spread. Live your life, because at this point, I'm just immune to the bullshit at this point.
Yeah, they make you get indifferent because it's like all I can do is present it to you. Now, once you start doing rebuttals to facts, then I know you done lost your damn mind and I got to chuck you back to the wolves.
Yep.
Has anybody encountered a woman that that is on the fence? They understand all the facts that are against dating Black men, but they just can't get there? And do you guys even deal with that, or how would you even?
Shit, I was that woman right after my divorce.
Absolutely.
I was that, and a lot of times people don't like to tell the truth about themselves. I was that woman. I literally almost died for a nigga, trying to stay married, and not because I was being cheated on, but the narcissism and the jealousy and these things that we think are not abuse, because the standard is so fucking low for Black men that we accept anything. I was that woman, and I'm going to tell you what happened. God and my ancestors started to kick my ass. They started to take my health from me until I let him go. I let him go.
Oh no.
I let him go. I lost 40 pounds. My youth started coming back. I got another coaching job. I got another real job. I was doing amazing. I met a whole new different group of people. That's how I met the white gal that I'm talking to now, by expanding into a whole nother world. And what I found, and I had to do this, I had to be uncomfortable doing it, is I found that my ease and my path was over there with men who protect and provide, and it is not a big deal for them. That's what they are expected to do. That is what they do. And so I wasn't used to men say, hey, Nefertiti, whatever you need, we got you. Hey, if you need this, we got you. And they wasn't expecting nothing back. It was okay, well, that's just what we do. That's our expectation, to provide you what you need. And they were white men. And so I said, well, damn, my life is easier. I feel loved over here.
You experienced the paradigm shift when it came to
I
that.
did.
And
so I couldn't lie to myself about it, because you have to believe your eyes and your ears. When something is better and you feel better and it makes you feel better, then you go with that. When something is abusive and it makes you feel bad, you have to know that it is bad for you. And because we like to make things emotional and social, Samira, you like to make things so emotional and societal and political, that you literally don't look at the fucking world. If a nigga's murdering you, beating you, giving you diseases and shit, that motherfucker don't like you. You have a connection with him that is toxic, and you have to break it. If a person is making you feel good and providing you resources and enamored with you and thinks that you are beautiful and wants to help you, that person wants you to do better. That is just simply, take colors away. It could be fucking Teletubbies and Power Rangers. It could be a fucking yellow Power Ranger and a white Power Ranger. Whoever's treating you better, that's your fucking team. So you can remove the other stuff and just look at your life and the trajectory of your life. Assess your health, assess your money, assess all of these things, and just go with what is doing and working for you.
Coffee G, jump in, babe.
Sorry.
Hey, ladies, how you doing? How you doing?
Awesome.
I don't know. Do you have feedback? You don't have. Do you have feedback or anything from me? Because I'm
No.
in a weird spot. Okay. You know, I just first off, I had a mammy moment. Not I had a mammy moment before I was with my husband. It was one of those moments where it pushed me really into like, for one, I slapped my own self. I really had a fight with my own self in the mirror. The and it's funny because I listened to what minister, he called himself Minister Jap, whatever he is, and he was talking about men, the men penises, and the women dry vaginas. I had that moment. I had a moment when I was with a neighborhood Dusty, a neighborhood Tyrone. Who y'all can talk about me in the chat. That man had 15 children. I don't know what I was thinking.
What?
He had 15 kids. And he was a hood. He did nothing, but women flocked to him. And
Nigga was
my
DMX.
dumb ass, I engaged with him. And one day I'm a gym person. I'm always in the gym, and he says to me, you have a nice body for an old woman.
See, you see how they talk? That's the shit I'm talking about. Hey, nigga, you look pretty normal for an animal. That's that's the type of shit we should say to them.
When I sat there, I looked at him and I said, nigga, we the same age. He said, but yeah, I can still have kids, and you are dried up now. I said, you know what?
That?
Wow.
Yes, he said that.
He's nagging you.
We were literally like 35.
So,
and I was like, you know what? At that moment, that was it. That
They
was
view
it.
themselves as a woman.
That's what I was thinking about when we were listening to that video, because I was just like, they're sitting there laughing at older women like they not fucking older women. How you know it's dry if you're not fucking it?
Well, they can't get it up, y'all. Y'all up here pretending like black men over 35 get real erections. Most of them don't. You know what I'm saying? It's so flimsy that if it leans up against anything, it start looking like a dookie cane, if that's a thing.
DZ, you said
earlier, like soft served or some bullshit.
If he pumps twice and then hurry up and go down there and eat real quick, he ain't there. It ain't hard. Let it go.
Yeah.
It's a gummy worm.
Yes.
It's gross. One time, okay, so I will tell you a story because we're watching. I'm soft flex, but I was in Key West with my boyfriend, my white zaddy, and we're in bed and we're watching like the Sunday morning news, and there was like some gun shooting, and I have to put on like, oh, I'm a caring human being when it comes to these niggers. I'm like, oh, that's so sad he got shot. And then the news anchor announced that he had 10 kids, and I was like, I just busted out laughing, and he did too. They're a joke, okay? Running around with 10 kids, getting blown out, getting shot by police. That's a joke. It's a joke to white people. So
it's an occupation for Dusties.
It was a whole job for him. I was just really trying to understand that. But then I moved. I was in and out with my husband. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. This is a whole headache. It's a whole, you got which baby mama I'm dodging today. I'm not doing that. This is a mess. And that was it. That was actually the actual end date for me. And I went on with my husband. And when I tell you I've been happy ever since, I've been happy ever since. I work because I want to work, not because I have to. I know who my husband's 2 kids are. They're grown and they got 2 kids. They got kids of their own. And his son is married to a black woman as well. So, hey, we're fine.
That's unheard of in the black community. In the black community, you could be fucking your cousin and you don't know because your goddamn daddy is running around here messing with everybody, especially in a small town. Places like Daytona Beach, places like that. Oh, you probably done ran into one of your cousins one time and busted wide open. That's how dysfunctional they are.
And don't even know it. Even know it.
Mm-mm.
They probably would know it and they'll still do it anyway. That's how gross they are.
I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. I believe that's where a lot of those learning disabilities are coming from, but you ain't heard that from me.
Why do they
Is that where they get sickle cell from?
I think that too. It's like because they're incesting, making all these mutant type cells, and it's like y'all
trying to be the gross X-Men.
Right. Your cousin and you, well, we third removed. I've heard that before too. So basically, just say you want to fuck your cousin, nigga. We already think you're fucked up anyway. So anything that you say is not going to make it worse. You're already at the very bottom. Hennessy man, child support man. We know that you're at the bottom. Bathe every Tuesday and Saturday, man. We know what's going on with you, which is
And they
stinking
getting their
ass.
man snatched up. It's embarrassing. They're talking about coochie all day, but yet you won't have a home. Just kidding it.
Girl, they don't even have a dental plan. Let's start there. No dental plan.
They have a
teeth looking like they playing Jenga in the dirt. Just let it go.
It's just like, how are your priorities so fucked up? Like, if I was a man and Africa was my birthright country, you best believe I'm gonna own every fucking thing there. This is embarrassing. Embarrassing. It's just only a matter of time before we start seeing videos of these Chinese men whooping their ass in Africa.
There's already a video of it. There's already a video of a Chinese guy, and he's talking shit about these black men to their face. He's like, "Yo, you guys are lazy. You guys don't know what the fuck you're doing. Every time I say you, it's crazy."
Yeah, that made some rounds in the circle, in the sector, because it was funny as fuck.
There was definitely a video a few months back about a Chinese man in, I think, Kenya or Zimbabwe beating up on a bunch of black males there. And I was just like, these fools are out here laughing at this Chinese man for beating them up in their own country. Like, y'all look so pathetic right now.
If you
try that in an Asian country and watch what happens. Try that shit in an Asian country and see what happens. They're going to send you and your yam back to your continent with that foolishness.
They do. They deport a lot of Africans in China.
They were looking for an excuse when COVID hit them, and they were like, there was like some kind of propaganda, like, oh, how dirty they are, because there's some truth in the lie that African Americans like are more, I guess, like, unhygienic, and they used COVID to deport all these black males that they didn't want in the country in the first place.
I don't blame them. Get your clit cutting ass out my country.
Mm-hmm.
Take you and your razor blade and your made up religion and get up out of here. Yes, we're gonna use C-19 to get you out of here. Yep, and we're very, very racist. Just grab your bag and go. Take your lunch sack and go.
It's pathetic. They're snatching up the African women and they are beating their ass. It's so funny to me.
How are you getting beat down by a man that don't own nothing, girl? Domestic violence is already bad, but you getting your ass whooped by somebody, and y'all lights just got turned off this afternoon.
Have you guys seen those cities in Nigeria where they're literally living on floating trash?
Yeah.
No. What?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm confused. What do you mean living on floating trash? They laying on black men?
They don't make it, sis.
I'm sorry. I had to go back and think about what you just said.
It's actual garbage, like metal scrap, and they're living on that.
How though? I mean,
you know what? I saw that not too long ago. They have a helicopter's view of what it looks like from the sky, and it just looks like a big thing, just a big old can of trash, and just people walking on it. But if you take one road just separates them from White Zaddy. White Zaddy is living very well in nice manicured grass in yards, and here they go living on trash like
in your country. They came and made it comfortable for them in their country. Wow. I bet you I wouldn't. I'd rather submit to a statue of Ronald McGoddamn Donald, and I mean that shit. Oh my God.
You said wrong. It could be ramen noodles at this point. I'm not doing that.
No.
Yeah, look it up. I'm trying to find it right now, but yeah, they're actually like they're bathing and like drinking. It's gross, and you actually literally have to like take a boat or like a floating door to get to door like on this trash island.
It's pretty bad. It's basically, if you've ever seen Skid Row, it's an enormous Skid Row. You already know Skid Row is trash.
All they do is sit on the shade room and dance and talk about we kings with them hard ass feet.
So, guess who's in the building? JoJo done slammed up in here. Welcome, JoJo. She said she ain't ready for the bullshit.
Sorry.
There it is. There it is.
I forgot my mic was off.
Go ahead, babe.
What were we talking about again?
We're talking about the fact that it's very, very easy to be better and get more respect than Dusty, because all you basically got to do is know how to spell your name and you already better than a Dusty. We said clowns, amputees, mimes, dogs, all that shit gets more respect than Dusty. And
all the Muppets on Sesame Street get more respect.
Exactly. And you're like, you 100% right. Like, they truly think that they are our competition. Like, I don't know which one of y'all said it, how he said he could still have kids and you dried up. Negro.
Oh, that was me.
Like, y'all
yeah, that
really
was me, girl.
Women so bad.
Girl, did I mention he had a tattoo in the middle of his forehead?
No, he didn't have a shit stain.
Girl, I don't know what I was thinking.
Rapper.
DZ, what was you at when I needed you to just beat me upside the head at that point? That was a for real lapse of judgment. I'm still mad at myself about that.
What happened though?
I don't know. I don't even know why I met him. I don't even have no clue. He needed I don't know. I just don't know.
Girl, y'all stop with this lapse of judgment shit. They ain't no better. What you thought? You went to Chili's and found that unicorn and it was fate and your yoni eggs start tingling and you found a good black man. If you don't put that shit down and go home and turn on a DZ video, you ain't found shit. I don't care if he opened the door or pulled out the chair for you. Pretty soon he gonna be asking you for $6.
That's as rare as a Popeyes with good customer service.
Like, for real, they think that they're unicorns because they don't have just basic stuff, doing basic stuff that everybody should be able to do. I got my own place, so nigga, so do I.
I got a job.
I don't care.
I stand up and pee. Watch this.
Just doing something that everybody or every man should be doing, and you're all of a sudden a unicorn. No, you trash just like the next one. Like those so-called educated lanes.
Yeah,
they
but
are
if you
worse
mention
because
it,
they try to manipulate you into everything.
You mean to tell me y'all not gonna suck they dick because they know how to write their name in cursive?
Oh Lord.
Oh,
you mean to tell me you not gonna suck they dick because they worked 40 hours this week?
Bye,
you mean to tell me
they deserve that? They think they deserve some head just for getting up and going to work and providing for themselves. They think they deserve all of that.
I filled out a 401k form on my own. Okay, adult. Yeah, we can hear you, babe.
Oh, because I was gonna say, when you say that, when you mention that you got your own stuff, they be like, so everybody's supposed to have that. Like, you're an adult, you're supposed to have your own car.
See, but with them,
but let them.
I think you got a lag. That's what's going on. When we start over talking each other, it's because it's a lag.
Oh, okay.
That's all it is. Yeah. When you have your own shit, you're supposed to have your own shit. But when they have it, it's special because white people don't allow them to get stuff. So anything that they get, we're supposed to be on our knees, praying to them, submitting to them, sucking their dick, and tell them that they're awesome because they are awesome. They were able to get it in spite of the white man. And that's a fact.
That's true. DZ, I don't think I introduced myself. I'm on Madame DeVille. How are you?
Awesome.
I feel like I
jump in here, lady.
Snuck in here and I didn't say hi to nobody.
That's all right. We understand.
But yeah, you know what I never noticed is how much a problem solver white men are, and I only notice it because work. So like, if I tell them I have a problem, they'll go find something to fix it. But I've never noticed that with black men. And honestly, it's not like men don't even care if you're with them or not. As long as you are a woman, you're in need, they're gonna try to help you and figure it out. And you just don't get that from the large majority of black men. I'm just feeling that, like, I'm just now feeling protected when I'm around a group of men because I only work around white men.
Well, black men tend to trauma bond instead of problem solve. They want you to sit up with them and say, oh, yeah, it is pretty tough out here for y'all. Yeah, the cops don't like y'all. Yeah, I understand. Nobody's hiring people like you because of the systemic racism and slavery. I know you got it bad. As soon as you say, hey, nigga, you need to get that in spite of, then you're a bad wench. Welcome to the panel, Trinity Love.
Hi. I'm not gonna be up here long. I just want to say that black boys are rude. Like
Hell yeah.
they're very rude. I'm still in high school, and so
Oh, okay. Sorry for cussing at you.
Oh, I can't cuss at the baby.
So basically before the pandemic happened, we were in school or whatever, and I would just be minding my own business, walking in the hallway. It'd be lunchtime and stuff. And so these black boys, they're just like really, really rude. Like they will like yell at me from like across the hall if they trying to like talk to me or whatever, or try to get my attention. And like if I try to politely turn them down, they will be like, oh, well, FUB and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, y'all are just rude. Like, no home training, don't know how to talk to a girl, and then they'll get really mad if I like politely turn them down. Like, it's just ridiculous.
See, that
Ignore
plays
the fuck out of them.
Yes, and it plays to something that somebody wrote in my comment section earlier. So let me see if I can find that and read that to y'all. Now, y'all heard the baby. The baby said that the little boys are rude. They're nasty. They call them bitches. They're being disgusting towards them and everything. So I can show you the receipt. I'm gonna share my screen again so you can see what the hell I'm talking about. I'm so glad she came up here because it plays right into what this dummy put on the in the comment section. Let's see. All right, can y'all see that? Let me know when y'all can see it.
I can see it.
Maxie Jean. Is that what
Yes.
Okay.
Maxie Jean said on our, you remember when we said the devil, they want the devil to fight their battles now too, Satan or whatever. She comes on, I'm gonna do my best mammy impression. Wow, you bitches are disgusting talking about cheering like that. Black men are trash, yes, but take it out on the baby boys. It's not their fault their grown men are trash. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me, what? Even the courts charge them as adults at times. So basically, she came up here to say we shouldn't be talking about children like that, but we have a baby up here right now because to me, that's a baby. She's saying that they're trash. So Maxie Jean, mammy, ma'am, what do you have to say about that? I'm interested to know. And are you in here, Maxie Jean? If you're here, let's go. Let's do this because you know you was wrong for that. You can come on here and call us bitches, but we can't say a little boy is bad. Nope, you need more people. Moving right along. We can't say shit. Go ahead.
I was gonna say before I hopped off, I'm gonna say one thing though. I don't think I'll see any of them during the fall semester because we go back to school in person in the fall. And I don't think I'm going to see any of them just because of how far behind everybody has gotten. And I'm going to leave on that. Bye, y'all.
Thank you for coming up, hon. And do good in school and eat all your vegetables, take your vitamins. There.
I do. I do.
I love the baby divestors.
I love them.
I love them.
DZ, this is Congo Night. I just wanted to say something.
Jump in here anytime, Congo.
Okay. Blackistan, in my opinion, is just full of adult babies. When you look at how both the men and the women act, they're just babies that sit around and pout all the time. So when you're divested, and it's just a sign that you've matured, you've become an adult, you've grown up. Some of us divest at 18, some younger. But it's just that you've looked around, you see that we're in a sinking boat, and you just decide you want to get off of it. You grow up a lot faster. And so you're going to be on your own because most of Blackistan are adult children. They don't ever grow up. And when you grow up, you cannot be around children anymore. The conversation, you won't align with what their thinking patterns. You won't align with what they have to talk on. You live a whole different life. You have no choice but to divest from children. When you become an adult, you have to get away from kids. And it doesn't matter if it's a 30, 60-year-old child, you're going to move out. And when you move towards people of other cultures, they're already grown. They always talk about Black people as being the forever child. I mean, we have comedies, we laugh all the time, we sit around. We should be growing our our communities, but we're sitting around playing sports and laughing and tea cackling and making comedy shows and acting like children forever. So you're going to gravitate towards people and cultures that are already adults. And I feel that's the reason why it's so easy to divest, because when you grow up, you're going to move towards people who are already grown. You're not going to find those adults in Black men.
I agree.
I agree.
I agree. They're hot trash. They are.
I have a question though. I have a question for the divestors who have children, particularly boys. If you were in Blackistan prior, and then you divested, and now you have a Black boy, what do you do? How do you navigate that?
Well, first off, you have to be the type of person that you would want them to be with the same beliefs. If you divested, let's put it to you like this. If you divested and your son is already 15, okay, 9 times out of 10, and you probably not gonna want to hear this, it's probably already too late unless that kid is receptive to new ideas. Usually at 15, these motherfuckers are already dusty. So after you do your duty as a parent and raise them, you're probably going to end up having to divest from him too if he starts acting like the average dusty. Other than that, when they're little babies, I'm hoping nobody's planning on bringing in new babies. It's going to take programming like we were programmed as children. We were all programmed that Black men were victims, Black men this, they read the press, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to have to program him. And I know that sounds evil, but you got to pour your shit into him so he can grow up and at least have a chance. But
well, yeah, I mean, I've watched me. I've done it. My son is, and it's funny you said that. My son is 15.
wow,
However,
okay.
his mindset is so totally different than any other Black boy. He don't even want to go into a Black neighborhood in the city. In the city, he just was like, you can leave me at home. Where you going to you going to the west side? I can stay at home. And he doesn't really interact with that. And that's why I wanted to, because I had some friends who are trying to now divest. For one, they have seen, my change in my life, and then now they're on their way to doing it. But I wondered about it because of their son their sons are older. How do you do that now?
Well, if they don't fall in
That
line, they're gonna have to get divested from. You can't just toss away your divestment because you got this 19-year-old jackass that don't want to, get with the program. Divestment is putting yourself first. So if that 19-year-old jackass is saying, "Ma, you wrong," then it's like, okay, baby, see you when I see you. You don't, you still have to stay the course because you know that the course is right. And if they don't fall in line, then you divest from them too. Real talk.
Yeah. Well, I just thought I'd ask.
Black women have to.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can I jump in, because this was a question that came up. I was getting cussed out in the Discord because I said this, and I'm gonna say it again because I work with Black children. I work with the babies, so I get them when they're like 5, 6.
You going in
When
and
they're
out,
still
Neff, and low.
very good. Sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's kind of hard. Keep talking. Now I don't hear nothing. Do y'all hear her?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can hear now.
So I work with. Okay, y'all don't hear me. Do y'all hear me?
You having
Can y'all hear
connection
me?
issues?
Can y'all hear me? No. So
It's
nobody
real
hears
bad
me.
connection issue.
Okay. So nobody hears me.
I hear you, but it's really, really low.
It's real low. I wonder if it's my volume.
Ain't no telling. It sounds like it's crackly and that you're really far away from your device.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I was just gonna try. So can you hear me now?
You probably gonna have to leave and come back.
All right, I'll come back. All right.
Okay.
Can I just bring something up real quick? I watched a live, and a Black woman who was running the live said they are a dying breed by choice. She didn't use those exact words, but that's what she said. And when you think about it,
Who's a dying breed by
don't it make
choice?
sense? Don't it make sense? Like these
You
men
talking
literally
about black
use the
men?
Sorry,
Were you
Who's a
talking about
dying
black
breed
men?
by choice?
black men.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I thought y'all got it. My bad. Sorry. She said that black men were a dying breed by choice, and when you think about it, it makes sense. They literally use that reason for why they should be chased after and sought after, and why other women of other races appreciate them so much because it's not many of them. Like that black man that got embarrassed by his own girlfriend when she said that getting attention from black men is not a status. He literally said, well, there's not many black men, so that's why they appreciate it so much.
Well, they know that the numbers play in their favor. That's why it's imperative that bitches divest. You can't choose to fight over the last two cookies when it's 12 of y'all. That seems like it's an easy choice to say, hey, y'all can have it and leave them. You know what I mean?
Hello.
Welcome to the panel, Patricia.
Oh, are you speaking?
I'm
to me?
sorry, Priscilla. Priscilla, I'm sorry.
Hi. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet everyone here. I'm 16, so I'm still in secondary school, and I'm just here because I'd like a little advice, and I don't really know.
You said you're 16?
Yes, I am.
We got the babies in the house tonight. What's up? We're gonna have to play the high school music in this bitch in a second. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. So my mom is a single mother, and I live in the Caribbean, by the way. And
Okay.
yeah, I just want to give you a little context because I know the socialization is like very different from country to country, and I know when you guys speak about quote unquote Blackistan, you
Speak up
typically
just a little bit.
sorry.
Speak up just a little bit.
When you guys talk about Blackistan, you're talking about like impoverished neighborhoods, but I don't really live in one. I'm more lower middle class, and so that means like the people I'm surrounded with is very different. So the type of black men that I interact with are very different. But regardless, um, my mom has a black male friend, and pre-COVID, like he's a businessman, an entrepreneur, so he'd travel and come back to in our island all the time, and he would bring gifts for me, like whether it was like bracelets or necklaces or like cute little or rings, like cute little things like that. And I was always thankful, because it's just like a nice cute thing. But I was listening to one of your live streams not too long ago, and I started to wonder. I was like, is he being like predatory? Like, because he has children, and he even has a daughter who's my exact age. And before, like, this was never something I was worried about. But you guys were talking about, like how they um pre- prey on young girls, and I'm underage right now, so I was thinking, is he getting me these gifts because when I get older he'll try to come at
I
me?
mean, it's not
Yes,
completely out of the question. I mean,
most
you
likely.
need to watch out for him. Period.
To be on the safe
Can
side,
I?
just
That's what it
don't.
sounds like.
Yeah, you're being groomed. Yes.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yes, I'm for somebody who has been in your position, because I have been in your position. I've said this plenty of times. Black men have been grooming me since childhood. So yeah, guards up 100%.
What bothered
How
me
old is
was,
he? Not that it matters,
can
but
y'all hear
how old
me?
is he?
He's an adult, like my mom's age, like 40.
Yeah, you're being groomed. I'm letting you know this right now. You're being groomed. There's no need to sugarcoat this at all, because I've been doing you're being groomed.
Wow.
He's coming after you the moment that you're 18. I'm guaranteeing
Whoa.
it.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
if he waits
When
till
you're
he's
old
18
enough for
because
him to climb on top of you with no kind of consequences, yeah, he coming. Period.
Oh wow. Okay.
Can y'all hear my microphone real quick?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What bothered me the most was the fact that you started your sentence out with these black men around my neighborhood are different. After that, I was already done. I'm like, what?
No, but you need to understand, like, even the like black boys, like who are my age, like 16, 17, like they don't even act like the American ones. Granted, I am mixed, So I've heard, I know like they would interact with me differently than they would a fully black girl, because I look at YouTube channels like yours, Cynthia G and Chrissy and stuff
Priscilla,
like that.
Priscilla,
Yes.
you know
Yeah.
why that they're messed up, because that's why you're here. Let's just keep it real. You know that there's a potential for them to start acting like an ape. You know this. So the best thing I can tell you is you keep your eye on them. And if anybody make a false move, report them. I don't care if it was a misunderstanding, because we need to get some understanding.
Exactly.
Okay?
And
I
never.
don't want you to be a victim, because quote unquote, not all. You know how many girls and women have fallen because of not all. Yeah, don't let that happen to you.
Like, he's showing you special attention. He's showing you very special he's grooming you. So when you're old enough to make your own decisions, when you're 18, 19 years old, and he can do whatever he want without the police looking at him funny or trying to bring him in for questioning.
Oh my God.
You're going to be an adult.
I met him when I was like 14,
I literally
15,
just got out of a relationship with a grown man who
mom.
groomed me when I was a teenager, and I swear I'm not joking.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
grown men
over
do
a
not
year
look
ago, I got
for
out of that relationship.
kids that are not their daughters.
Sorry?
I don't see a reason.
I said, tell them you like white boys.
Okay, I'll try to bring it up in a conversation.
So don't be afraid to call the police. Don't be afraid to let him know, like, no. Don't be afraid to do all of that. Like, one thing that is very clear is that black men love little girls. No matter, even if she's adult age, she always has to be 20-something years younger, 30-something years younger. There was a 50-something-year-old man trying to pick me up at the drive-through window where I worked when I worked at Burger King at the age of 22 years old. And I let him know that I was 22 over and over again, and he kept trying to pick me up at the window. In a passenger seat of his friend's car, mind you. 50-something years old and keep trying to pick me up. This went on for weeks before he stopped. And I had to quit my job for him to stop.
The audacity. He's on the passenger side.
These black men are especially lascivious when it comes to younger women. I just rewatched
They are
the
extremely
episode.
sick and depraved. So this is why I'm trying to warn you right now, because when you are adult age, he's coming, period. Like, I've been groomed by multiple men, and it took me divesting to understand that I've been groomed. But at the time, I didn't see it that way because I didn't have nobody telling me, like, he's grooming you. Nobody told me because nobody either understood or even cared to stop it. But I'm trying to help you out and trying to let you know, like, he really is grooming you. So when you turn 18, he's coming. And he might, and depending on the laws in your state, probably 17. Depending on your laws. Like in the state of New York, I think at 17 years old, you're classified as an adult and can make your own sexual decisions. So depending on what state, like what laws your state has on age, sex, and consent, he's probably coming when you're 17 years old. These men start looking at you in a sexual way before you can vote.
Yeah, Blackistan is not a location. It's a state of mind. So to be honest with you, I just don't want you learning something the hard way. If you are careful, no harm, no foul if nothing happens. But just be careful, because you already heard what I got to say. I don't trust not one of them. There is a zygote right now in some black woman's belly that's going to turn out to be a man, and I won't trust him either. And he's not even born yet, God damn it. He's not even born yet. So, yeah, they don't trust them. Side eye. Ain't nothing wrong with side eyeing. It doesn't make you a bad person to be side eyeing somebody's son. That's real talk.
Okay. Well,
I'm glad you asked, though. That was dope. You had the gall to ask, and I love that.
Yeah,
At your age,
honestly.
At your age, that makes you a boss. By the time you 26 years old, you're gonna be running things. That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks. I really like your channel, and I really like all the women here. So thank you so much for your advice.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna leave now. Bye.
Do your thing.
Oh, she likes my accent.
Yeah, that's why I put it up there. I was hoping you'd see it before you left.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye, babe. Yeah, I really don't. I don't trust that. Why are you buying her stuff and not expecting anything in return? I don't think so.
Have you guys seen like those reruns of To Catch a Predator? And like some of the youngest, decoys are like 12 year, and it was always those niggers like coming in, riding on the bus, walking 5 miles to get to this, the setup house, and looking dumb, and trying to groom these girls on the internet, and then going to meet up with them. So it doesn't put it past me, her experience, what she's going through, that he won't be coming for her like sooner versus later.
Yeah, we're gonna see, and hopefully she stays safe. Call the damn cops. I don't care if it was a misunderstanding. Let it be a misunderstanding if you feel uncomfortable.
I wanted to say something else before I get off here, ladies. Where I live, the men do a grooming tactic, and it's really predatory how they do it. They'll date you for months. They'll introduce you to their friends and family, and especially if you're not having intercourse with them. So they really want to present you as someone they're interested in getting married with. They come off very stoic and mature, and they'll get you comfortable with them. And then what they'll do is they'll take you, after you've been with them about 3, 4, 5 months and you feel comfortable, they'll take you somewhere remote, like you go for a drive somewhere, and then they'll rape you.
Yeah.
And then you got to ride in the car back with them. And they know you can't go anywhere, because where I live, if they leave you in the woods, you're dead. So you got to ride back with them, and nobody will believe you because they've familiarized you with all their friends and family. So I want ladies to be very careful with that, because a lot of men do this to women, and it's beyond date rape. This is where they've completely groomed you into thinking you're in a full-fledged relationship with them. And I've known this to happen to several women, and I always just thought that was a very kind of a sneaky tactic that men use, and they really trick women with that. I know it's happened to several women, probably listening right now, it's happened to them. But just tell other women, don't get comfortable with these men. Don't ever get comfortable with them. Even when you think you know them, you just don't know them. You don't know what they're going to do next.
That's a fact.
Can I say something really quick?
Yes, you can.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to offer perspective because I'm also from the Caribbean. I don't have a pretty accent like Priscilla anymore, but I'm also from the Caribbean. And just want to say my family also came from a wealthy part. We had land, we own houses. An acre is an acre, okay? Men in the Caribbean are apes and acres, no different than what we have here in America. They're absolutely 100% the same.
Yes.
So there's no amount of socioeconomic changes or amount of money or who you're around with. An ape is an ape at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And this is, I lived in the Caribbean for a while, and then now I'm here in America. And like I said, an ape is an ape. I'm 100% Black. My dad was an ape. He had kids all over the Caribbean, and then abandoned almost every single one of them except for his biracial one. That's the only daughter that he took care of. So he abandoned the rest of us. So yeah,
no surprises there. Wow.
No such thing as a good nigger. They're all the same across the world. And yeah, I just wanted to say that.
Thank you for sharing that. Welcome, Kyra.
Hi, DZ.
Hey, what was going on? It looked like you kept falling off. You and K Goddess. Y'all was playing musical chairs for a second.
Well, I was. I kept joining and then getting out because thinking I should let other people comment. But I wanted to join. Well, I wanted to tell Priscilla that sometimes men get with women to have access to their daughters. So they're not really interested. This man may not really be interested in your mother. He's looking to get access to you. Men do that. They see a woman with a daughter that they like, and so they get with the mother, and so they wait till the daughter is the age that they like, and that way they gain access. And as the other panelists have said, an ape is an ape, and it doesn't matter the socioeconomics. Now, I mean, my father is a doctor, and he's still an ape. It doesn't change.
I love the language here. I live for the language.
He's an ape with a stethoscope.
Pretty much. And you just need to be mindful, and also notice that it will start off with the grooming will start off with little gifts and seemingly innocent touches, like rubbing your back a little bit or holding gripping your arm a little bit too long, a hug that goes on a little too long. It will start off with seemingly innocent touches. And also he might start to try to do little favors for you so that you owe him in his mind, and he can use as a way to segue into more things he wants.
Well, my molester didn't have any etiquette. I didn't get shit but violated. So with them grooming you, they looking to violate you for a long time. So please just watch out, man. Dead serious.
Exactly. Like they really love young girls. Like it's extreme, like they're extremely perverted, and I know this from experience. So for her to even ask, she knows something is wrong. And for the woman in the comment section who said 22 and at Burger King, baby, a job is a job, and I had bills to pay. So yes, I was at Burger King, but she knows that something is wrong with him, and she knows that what he's doing is wrong. And I think she just was waiting on somebody to tell her that it was wrong, because I don't think nobody else around her is telling her that something is up, just like with me.
StreamYards ain't playing. Y'all see how these seats moving? I'm just sitting up here looking like, what on earth is going on? All right, let's bring up this other person.
Good
Do I
evening,
need glasses or what's going on? Who's this? Is the Beast?
This is the Beast, yes.
Okay. Jump in there.
I'm so glad that there are other women like you on YouTube, because I have no one to talk to about these things. Like, I try to speak to my mother on them. She's done faux pas.
That's because we're drowning in mammies. Every woman that I know outside of one of my aunt and two of my cousins are fucking mammies. And I have a huge family. Huge.
Yeah, my family is majority males, so that's part of the problem. Like, out of me and my brothers and my cousins, I was the only girl. So all the problems that y'all had, like I had two of my cousins creeping on me.
Oh man,
bad. Which I already knew it was wrong, and I confronted one about it because, like you said, being trapped in the car with him, he was taking me to my hairdresser and tried to creep on me, and I told him straight up that's not happening.
I'm sorry about that. And they always jumping on our 62% shit. Y'all, it's higher than 62%. I just don't create numbers, but the official number is 62%. I honestly think it's more like 80, 88, something like that.
It's higher because mine was unreported.
See what I'm saying? Nobody did any time for mine. Everybody else I know, only one other girl got justice. And I know probably 9 women that were molested as children. Only one of them got justice. And that was because he got caught in the act.
That's sad.
It is. I'm getting ready to say your name. Brown nipples are. What's happening, honey? Brown nipples are what?
It says brown nipples are supreme.
Okay, so I'm like, what? What do you got to say? Brown nipples are supreme.
So I know this was like a few conversations back, but I was trying to get on. I'm like, dang, I don't want to derail the conversation. But when you all were talking about mammies, I think there are some who, I think they want to leave, but I think they're trapped out of fear of like safety and really probably being alone. So like what advice would you give the ones who are trying to like safely transition out and try not to learn the hard way?
It depends on the age, honestly. It depends on the age. So if the person is 20, I would say something different than I would to somebody that was 35 years old. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the situation and how much you honestly think that you're going to be attacked or some shit. Because I don't want none of y'all getting hurt. And that's for real. I don't want any of y'all getting hurt. But divestment is important.
And that's the thing. Like, I think there are a lot of like extreme sides where I really think there's some people who just don't know how to leave or where to start. You see what I'm saying? So I kind of like low-key feel bad for some of them because I think some of them are really just stuck.
I'm thinking about this, and it's a little like Stockholm syndrome. Like they don't. they are, some of them are a lot more male identified, and then some of them just fear the retaliation of, you know, of
Yeah, that's what
their
I'm saying.
male
It's
counterparts.
that because a lot of us are family oriented, and it's of course it's not always.
I mean, I wouldn't get in the
Healthy
middle of
familiar
the
relationships,
family
but
reunion.
we're
Can you
always
hear
with
me?
our family.
Can you hear me, the beast?
I can hear you. I hear a lot of whose dogs are barking.
I don't know whose dog they are, but they like my show.
I can hear you still.
Those are my girls. Let me just get off.
I'm gonna just mute your mic, honey. Oh, she jumped off. But I wouldn't stand in the middle of the family reunion and be like, "Hey, motherfuckers, I'm getting ready to divest. I don't like none of you niggas, and I don't want you calling me unless you want some divestment shit." I don't recommend that. But you need to, you know, make moves that you keep personal to yourself. Like one of them said, move in silence. You know, do it little by little if you think you're gonna get hurt. And if it's real serious and you think you're gonna get hurt like that, call the goddamn cops.
Divested, sometimes I feel like if we just had like just a warrior call, like there was, when I brought up that question earlier, I was listening to a podcast. I can say her name. Her name is Jessie Rue. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it.
No,
With
I've
her.
never heard of her. Mm-mm.
She was
Yeah, I
talking
heard of her.
about,
I heard
yeah,
her. She's an IT influencer.
yeah, she was talking about like black men, and she was just like listing all the shit that they have going on with them, and she stopped short of just calling them out that they ain't shit. What are we black women why are we messing with these fools for? She stopped short of that, and I feel like a lot of like people, public figures or some, you know, of that magnitude, they're stopping short because it's kind of like that Stockholm syndrome, like, or they're fearing the repercussions of actually putting their men to task, putting, you know, black men to task. I mean, just go bigger. Let's say if Stacey Abrams said, "Oh yeah, black men need to do more. Like this is some bullshit. Like black men need to do more." You know, even dog whisper it. Like black men will be all on her ass, calling her fat, telling her to fix her teeth, blah blah blah. And so I feel like that's what's trapping the other women to like, hey, just really evaluate our situation as far as, you know, dealing with these apes. I seriously think that.
I feel you. I feel
Hi,
you
everybody. Can I
100%.
jump in?
Honestly,
Yes.
and I know the movement.
Yes, you can jump in.
I'm sorry. This is Miss Golden. Miss Golden
Yes,
for
Miss
life.
Golden. Okay.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry if someone was talking and they wanted to finish right quick. That's cool too.
No,
I just
StreamYards is acting up. It keeps experiencing lags, then it's throwing people out and all this kind of shit. So we just trying to make it do what it do. Go ahead and say what you got to say.
Hi, everybody. I just had to say this. I wanted to call and say this, particularly because we have a lot of young ladies, it seems to be, in the chat today. And I was listening to the young lady who was from the Caribbean, and she said she was light skinned, and she said she lived in a good neighborhood and they're different and this and this and that. I just really want to say to those of us who are older, I'm 46, but those of us who are older, we already know this. But I want to make sure I give these young girls the heads up, especially those that are light skinned that get it twisted. I'm light skinned. I literally look like Vanessa Williams. Okay? My mother's Black, Caribbean, and Black American. My father is mixed. His father is Caribbean as well. His mother is Irish and indigenous. But he is niggonomics to the 100th degree. Okay? Dope fiend all the way until I was 30 years old. Fuck him. So that just goes to show the influence of the Black male. Once that's who, you know, is the male that you're connected to, what you're going to turn out to be. So be careful of these mixed dudes too, okay? Particularly when their father is Black. But don't get caught up in that for those who are younger, that because the Black community will keep telling you this over and over and over again. You get treated better because you're light. You know, light-skinned women this and light-skinned women that. That's a motherfucking lie. My mother got her ass whooped in both of her marriages with her light-skinned self. The only difference I will tell you that you can, that is tangible, is that you get chosen first to get beat the fuck up
left, pumped and dumped. You're going to get everything that the dark-skinned women get, but you're going to get that shit first because they're going to choose you first. But you're going to get pumped and dumped just the same. So for everyone who's young, don't fall for the okie doke. These niggas is trash. There's a lie that they treating you better. No, they're not. Okay? It's a trick. Don't get caught up. And this is why those of us who are like me, and another thing is you can't get caught up in the guilt either. Okay? It's a fake pedestal in Blackistan. Ain't no real fucking pedestal. Ain't no light skin pedestal. That's bullshit. We ain't getting shit that ain't nobody else getting. We're not. It's bullshit, and it will keep you in Blackistan because if you don't see anything else, you really will think that getting chosen first shit, and don't fall for the triangulation. If they say, "Oh, you're pretty," or "You this and that," okay, so what? You don't get anything for it. It's for the sole purpose of putting you in competition with your sisters.
Yes.
Fuck these niggas. They don't give a fuck about you. They only give you compliments because they are trying to put you in a competition over their dirty, poverty-stricken dick.
Yep.
Just don't fall for it. That's all I'm saying.
Wasn't the statistic like 95% of niggers that mess with white women leave them
92
baby mamas? 92, yeah, 92% leave them as baby mothers. So yeah, they have the same attitude towards anyone. So yeah,
there's no one who gets treated well by a black man. Like there is literally no race of not the Asians, not the white, not the virus. It just doesn't exist. So all the wordplay and the mind games, that's just to fuck with you, to keep you in place.
Yep.
Okay? When you leave Blackistan, all that shit is irrelevant because I'm gonna tell you one thing. White men, and I date white men, we're all black, light, dark, brown, caramel, whatever the case may be. We're all black. They don't have a problem with it. They're gonna like what they like. You know, if you're beautiful to them, they're gonna check for you, right?
Yeah,
but that color shit, get off that. And don't let them guilt you into thinking, well, you know, they don't treat you nice. No, they don't. Okay? And if they are, they're grooming you. Don't fall for it. Okay? And that's
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Can I ask a question? As far as like maybe you or anyone else on the panel, so in terms of the conditioning, how can we break free of that without learning the hard way? I think that was really what I was kind of trying to ask, because I see a lot of us learn the hard way, like having near-death experiences, and then like, oh, maybe this isn't for me. How can we prevent that?
I would say this, and I've learned this early, like knowledge, you learn from the facts. Wisdom is learning from others and like other people's experience. Like if you don't have to go through that, you can look around and just take it from there. So you don't have to experience that. And you will, and I mentioned this before, you will experience that paradigm shift. And you can look it up, paradigm shift is when you change your overall, the way that you're thinking and the way that you observe the world. Because if you're stuck in Blackistan, you're going to be thinking of like the person earlier talking about, the light skin, preference versus dark skin. It doesn't matter to me because I'm not checking for these, nakers that, favor, white and bright and anything light.
You cannot get bit by a snake if you don't go near a snake.
Exactly. So
period.
Yeah, learn from other people. I mean, these channels like Divested Zealot and others, I mean, you're learning from it. So you don't have to go through that hardship. And you can refer anybody else to these channels and like, hey, look, and they have real life experiences you can learn from. Get that wisdom and experience that paradigm shift, so you don't have to live in Blackistan, and not only physically but also mentally. That's all I have to say.
Yeah,
that's a fact. You cannot get bitten by a snake if you don't go near a snake. So if you still trying to flirt around with disaster, you probably gonna find yourself in a disaster. I don't recommend any of them, but that's why I call myself a zealot, because it's all for me, all of them, even the ones in my family. I'm not fucking around with them. There is no hard times to go through, because I won't give you a chance to fuck me over. I'm just not going to.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't learn the hard way if you don't go around them.
Can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
So the other day, my grandmother and I was on our way to get some food, and she's in her 60s, so she comes from that generation of mammies, and I'm so glad because we was just having a conversation about something else, and so it got to the point where I asked her, "What if I brought home a white man?" And she said that she has no issue with that at all, and she sees nothing wrong with that. So so I'm just glad I get to be open minded with her, and I will say this, in the 8th grade and like in middle school, my crush used to only be dark skinned boys only. And that's
my
like
condolences.
And yeah. And so basically she was telling me at the time, she was like, why do you only like those? Like, why don't you, date white boys and other, races of boys? Why do you always have to just like them and stuff like that? She was like, some of them look dirty and stuff. And stuff like that. And I was just like, yeah, and stuff like that. So I just wanted to say that, like, she's very open-minded and stuff. So I don't have to worry about her being a mammy.
Wonderful. Priscilla, we're just speaking in general. This isn't, any bashing towards you. We're just speaking in general as far as the skin and all that stuff goes.
No, sweetheart. Yes, I definitely wasn't bashing. I just wanted to give you the heads up so you can know before you get caught up and, get tricked by one of these blacker skin dusties.
That's a fact.
The best way for all of us to not learn the hard way is to listen to the women around us. It's very simple because there are divestors around, but a lot of them stop talking because nobody's listening to them.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to tell you what's going on. Like El Devereaux,
is so
I don't know
true.
if she's in the chat, but El Devereaux even says she stopped mentoring Black women because they wouldn't listen to her.
Dang.
They were mammies and they refused to listen to what she had to say. So she just stopped talking.
And the thing is, JoJo, after you stop, mammies come and say, well, what happened to your platform? Well, bitch, you and the other mammies went on ahead and flagged it. And now I see you a year later with another baby. Your finances ain't doing no better. And last time I saw you made a post, you was talking about somebody beat your ass. But you made divestors the problem. That's what I don't get. That's why I'll never, ever be convinced that they're not up under some sort of mental distress. Because they do stuff that makes no sense.
They are
stuff that makes no
dickmatized.
sense. Yes.
I don't understand their pitch. Like, what are they pitching? They're pitching a black man or the whole black love fantasy, whatever. They're pitching, oh, yeah, be a baby mama. Oh, yeah, worry about, paycheck to paycheck, work paycheck to paycheck, half and half, on all the bills, all this struggle and strife. Like, what is their pitch? I don't get it.
They don't have one. I've been giving them the floor for the longest, and they won't come say what their pitch is because I'm trying to recruit. Damn it!
I mean,
I feel
y'all
like
know that.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
It's crackly, but we can hear you.
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
I can hear you.
I'm gonna say, I think that their pitch is basically because I think that they know. I don't think that they don't know that they have to go through that, but I think they see a light at the end of the tunnel, meaning that after X amount of years of having my ass whooped, paying all the bills, raising children, putting up with all his shit, he's going to eventually, at some point, treat me right. I genuinely think that that's what their whole conversation is. If they're willing to wait, that's fine. But I just don't think that that's what most of us
They
should be
can
doing.
look around and see that crap ain't
That
working
actually
out.
makes a lot of sense because at
what
this
you're saying
point, I don't even understand
Why they have the right
what's
mindset.
taking them so long. I really don't get it.
At this point, it's like a pyramid scheme. Like, they're promising, riches untold and all this bullshit. And if most of us get in with the pyramid scheme that black men are the shit, and we all we're gonna eventually get to that 1% or that 0.11% of black men that do take care of it. That's the pitch, and it's a pyramid scheme.
At least in a pyramid scheme, the people at the top eat. The people at the top in ours are just getting the worst ass whoopings.
Yeah, those are people like Kitten Hills and everybody else, that they pitched the idea of getting the, high, quote unquote, high value man, whatever. And
I can't wait until Tasha K does her interview with him because y'all already know I'm going to drag her.
I can't
Why
stand
on earth
her
did
ass.
why did you give him a platform to come and spew all that bullshit? I can't wait till she does that. And then directly after that, I'm clicking live and y'all gonna hear my corny music and y'all gonna come join me, damn it.
I love that song.
That's why they have the narrative in Black and Skin. A piece of the narrative, because you know the shit is deep, but a piece of the narrative has always been going through hell to come out right. They have to keep that in there, that it's not worth it to even have a relationship of quote unquote Black love unless you went through hell. The win in their mind is actually going through hell. I have a Dusty. Goes, you gotta go through hell to come out right. I remember that said to me as a teenager. My boyfriend, he put that shit in them early. My boyfriend said that to me when he got caught cheating. And I didn't take him back. And he's like, well, everybody got to go through something in order to make it stronger. I didn't understand what was going on, but I knew I wasn't with it. I was, well, you can go through it with her,
According to men,
Yeah,
the
like
reason they're
there
getting
was
their
a
asses whooped. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. You're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, like, according to mammies, I think that they probably think the ass whoopings are a result of the white man hurting him. He's only whooping my ass because the white man won't give him a raise, or the police are harassing him, or
I hope they
I don't
don't
know.
never give them nothing.
I'm old,
and y'all
I'm
see,
old enough to have seen movies with that storyline, actually, where the Black man would go to work. Movies are propaganda. I'm old enough to remember movies when I was a little girl, of the scenario being the Black man going to work and the boss talking mean to him because, we're raised to believe that that's abuse. You can't speak mean to the Black man. And he would come home and whoop his wife's ass, and she would be going to work with all types of makeup on and wet black eyes and this and this and that. And the way the storyline was written was that you were convinced to feel sorry for the man who was whooping her ass, instead of the woman. The whole, well, she's strong, she's going through it with him. I remember this as a little girl.
I do too.
So watching these movies, I remember it. Right, Disney. Yeah.
So y'all gonna do y'all last final thoughts like Jerry Springer, and then I'm going to drag these niggas for filth. So JoJo, hit it, baby.
Well, thanks.
I'm gonna just go ahead and jump off. Y'all just know, like, it's either divest or die. Period. Point blank. Divest or die.
Can I? May I say something if you ladies don't mind if I speak?
Yeah, we're wrapping up, but do your thing.
Okay, thank you. Well, I want to say good morning to all ladies. I just want to mention this as an experience. Not why I want to say experience, but that's just observation. I used to work at a medical facility regarding sexual health, and a lot of these Dusties, they are so sexually irresponsible and disgusting. And, sometimes they always complain and blame the woman in their community for getting STDs, but they never claim their own responsibility. It's like they never use a condom. And, it's really disgusting.
Well, how would they catch their STD if they use a condom? They have to catch their STD, ma'am.
I know, but no, I know what you're saying, but
I'm being a bitch.
They never use protection is what I'm trying to say. And they always blame the woman, which is really disgusting. And another thing, like, I used to work with Dusties that thinks that I need a kid. And they always say to me, like, your biological clock is ticking. And I was like, what the fuck that's supposed to mean? Like, just because I don't have a kid and I don't want any children, just because I don't want any kids in my life, or just because I refuse to fit into the typical Black assigned status quo, that, that means I'm not, like, irrelevant as a woman. Like, it's just relevant as a woman. It just really disgusts me. So I'm sorry, but that's just my own thought.
no, that's a fact. They are mentally ill and they do not treat Black women with any modicum of respect. You take all the blame and then they get all the victimhood. That's just how it is, no matter what part of the globe you're on, period. I appreciate you
That's
sharing
true.
that.
All right, thank you, but thank God I'm in a different country right now, so I don't have to put up with their bullshit. But yeah.
I appreciate you.
All right, thank you for having me on. You have a good night.
You too, hon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Anybody else?
Oh, I wanted to talk about that because of their sexual irresponsibility. I mean, in other parts of the country, like their version of a cure for AIDS is literally sleeping with virgins. So, yeah, that's how gross and ass backwards all of Blackistan and the Black, whatever, the apes are. So I would say protect yourself, love yourself enough to protect yourself, not only, just through regular use of, condoms and just avoiding these Black men, please. Thank you all so much for, entertaining my fancies. And I was thinking I made that pyramid scheme analogy up, but the more I think about it, the more fitting it is. You guys, stop being played, get out of Blackistan, and stop falling for these mammies and these illiterate knickers freaking joke. Take care, everyone. Bye.
You too. Gotcha. Who's up next?
I just wanted to say that I just want Black women to divest, and I'm glad that the girls in my generation are more open to it. And divesting doesn't just mean dating outside your race. It also means just getting away from Blackistan, like just getting away from them, period, because their mindset is toxic. The way they all operate is just disgusting and horrible. And yeah, so I just wanted to say I had fun tonight. So
Thank you, baby cakes. I appreciate you being up here.
Okay, see you next time.
All right, hon. So it's between Miss Golden and Brown Nipple. And Lord have mercy, Brown Nipple. Either one of you got something to say before I start dragging these assholes?
Hi, it's Miss Golden. I just want to say bye. This is my first time on, so I really
come
enjoyed
up more often. Come up more often.
I will try. I appreciate you guys letting me speak. I'm an old head, as I've already told you, and but I just divested. I'm gonna say like 6-7 years ago. Woo, life is so different, and when you divest, you need to fully divest.
Yes.
When I divested, that means one of the biggest things that I stopped doing was giving.
I think I might have lost you.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah. Okay. One of the things that I did was stop giving money to my sister. The typical every minute with an emergency, the Blackistan emergencies, and light bill, the gas bill, my daughter's tuition, this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
Once you divest and let go of that guilt, your finances will explode exponentially.
You'll have something to put in your savings, and that's a fact.
Honey, in less than a year, over 5 figures extra saved cash. This is not even including investment. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. I didn't even realize. I showed someone my Cash App for 1 month. He said, "What the hell is wrong? Why was you giving this?" I said, "Because it was emergencies and I didn't even know." I just showed 1 month.
Yeah, you see what you've been doing. If you do it every month, it's like, damn, I just gave these bitches $800. What am I, that's, you see what it is.
At a time.
Y'all keep y'all money in your pocket, please.
So it just divests all across the board, like the other young lady just said. That's all I wanted to say. Not only with the dating of non-Black men. If you do it all across the board, your life will improve in every way. It's wonderful. Trust. So that was that. Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like you floating away. Yeah, I appreciate you coming up.
It was a pleasure.
See you next time. You got anything, Brown Nipple? I sound crazy as hell talking about you got anything, Brown Nipple? God damn.
Oh man. 2 things. I just want to wish you some safety because this is some dangerous work you're doing. I know.
Yeah, that's why
I'm surprised you haven't been doxxed yet, honestly. So,
They
so
gonna be all right.
we appreciate your work, honestly. So I'm glad to
Thank
sit
you.
here. And how exactly, unless I need to email you, how do I join the Discord?
The Discord link is on the Patreon page. So, and the
Okay.
link to that is
Okay.
on my homepage here.
Okay, great. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for having me up. It was fun.
Thank you. It was
And I'll
definitely
see.
fun. All
I'll
right,
see you next live, I guess.
time to drag. This is my second most favorite part of the show. My favorite part of the show is when y'all come in and y'all support and y'all show up for me. I appreciate that shit immensely. Now to the second part of the show. My second favorite part of the show. What you're looking at right here is a man with disabilities. That's his girlfriend next to him. She looks pretty happy to me. This man is wheelchair bound. His arms are folded. His legs are short. And from what I've seen on their channel, he still provides. Let that sink in for a second. You motherfuckers are so useless that this man right here has someone staring at him with the glow in her eyes. Women love provision. They do. So no matter how much dick you put down, that's not going to make you a man. And let me tell you something else. From word on the curb is you're not putting down that good of a dick. You smell bad. You're broke. You complain a lot. You snore. There's always something with you. You cheat. You take that funky dick somewhere and cheat. When you come to us and tell us, I got a job, I work 40 hours a week, I do this, I do that. Sir, get your motherfucking ass out of our face. Because guess what? This person in front of you provides. You see how she keeps looking at him? She loves that man. It's kind of different than how the rest of society looks at you. You are very, very hated by society for good reason. Nobody likes someone that's always complaining. Okay? All you do is complain. And on top of that shit, the finances. This man has no use of his legs and arms, not in any meaningful way. But that's his house. That's his girl. That's his furniture. And he's not complaining. What he's saying is how we make it work. Part 1. That means there's more to come. Y'all should be embarrassed. How do you show your face anywhere? Getting on here talking about you preying on young girls that have bad relationships with their mother and then talking about the moisture of somebody's pussy. You don't deserve pussy. Providers deserve pussy. And that, sir, you are not. I would get with this man in this video any day before I got with the likes of a Denzel, because there is something that's associated with you guys that is trash. It just has this, it makes you feel some type of way. You should feel like shit right now. And that's my job to do that. I will be back to do it again. And when you threaten to leave, no love lost. Just go. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate y'all. See y'all in the Discord in a couple minutes.